Phonics is it's in fashion, and you may think it is just something that's in fashion to sell books. But I want you to see that in studies, they've seen that 62% of our ability to read and write well is based on phonics. Okay? So that is more than half of our ability. It obviously makes sense to teach it. As I say, if you want to establish a phonetic program, I'm going to show you how you could introduce the code. But just think for a moment, which sounds do you find most difficult? Think of something. This is a sound chart. Now, synthetic phonics doesn't use the International Phonetic Transcript, which is probably a good thing because it's very complicated, and especially for young children. It's great for using a dictionary, but it's quite difficult to remember what each of these sounds mean. But because a lot of you will have learned with IPA, I've put one alongside the other, okay? And this perhaps is an order that you could introduce the sounds, because I start with those sounds which are the same in Spanish and English. So that even if you started when they're 3, you're actually complementing what the Spanish teacher does, okay? So in this case, okay, mama, mum, the same sound. There's something called the magic E. Okay, the magic E is going to help you read some words that might seem a bit confusing. This is an example of an exercise taken from family and friends. If you notice here, the word kite is kite, not kitty. But that's not a problem, and it's because the E is a magic E. Okay? A magic E transforms the vowel before, okay, and it makes it say its name. So the sound here is I, but the name is I. So they know that the E is not going to speak, and the vowel before is going to say its name. So that's no problem. Kite, rope, cube, space, face. And I'm going to rhyme with them, which is the sound is A, but the name is A. The sound is E, but the name is E. The sound is I, but the name is I. The sound is O, but the name is O. The sound is U, but the name is U. And with that knowledge, they can read any of these words with magic E. Remind them, don't say the E because it's doing its magic. The vowel before says its name. So remember, more and more methods are incorporating phonics. If you enjoy teaching phonics, your pupils will enjoy learning phonics, and phonics is fun. And you've probably got more resources available to you than you realise, because nearly any of the games that you use to practice vocabulary can be used to practice phonics.